Strength through will is how we can reverse the perversion of values that have been instilled in you, in me, and all our brethren, insidiously through generations of ancestral oppression. Though it stood with as much superhuman endurance as anyone could, it left a deep impression. Invisible scars that have caused us to devolve into a state of unconsciousness so malignant, we've nearly forgotten we're not a problem to be solved. We always been the solution they seek to dissolve, with the illusion of ties that bind us to a system that blinds, of most vicious design, which is to free no man. Only together, through sharing of wisdom, can we heal the wounds of division, forever sealing that evil incision, and finally deprogram.
They didn't know how to travel. They couldn't read a map. So our ancestors had to start from zero. See? So that's why we're in the shape today. If it hadn't been for slavery, Black people's lives would have went in a different direction. That same man that you see underneath the bridge or out there begging, or nasty and dirty and stinking, okay, or pushing a shopping cart. That man might have been a millionaire today, hadn't been for slavery.
I'm gonna say this, and you might disagree. Slavery, hear me when I say this. Slavery helped us to persevere. I believe that the quote unquote desegregation, because look at us even after slavery. Desegregation is the worst thing, even worse than slavery, to us as a people.
Well, yeah. Because it is, but we didn't. But see, one thing about it, we didn't take advantage of it. It wouldn't have been like that if we would have took advantage of it.
Advantage of desegregation?
Advantage of desegregation. We didn't take advantage of it.
I'm gonna ask.
We got too comfortable with it, just like we did with welfare and low-income housing. We got too comfortable with it. It stopped. It's like you said. I agree with you. It stopped our progression and our determination and our struggle. We sort of laid back, but you ain't got to struggle so hard no more like you've been doing. And we got too comfortable. All right, we went from a hard chair to a real nice soft couch.
So
we went from a Volkswagen to a Cadillac.
So let me ask you this. So wouldn't that be the reason why people are under the bridge and don't have nowhere to live, is because we got a cuss? Because even after slavery, we was pushing forward. We were pushing forward.
Yeah.
So
we were pushing forward.
So the reason I believe the reason why we in the shape we in, not totally, I ain't gonna say totally, but desegregation helped push us, because anytime you go to somebody and ask them for acceptance, when you already persevering. So what you doing, say you in your car, you got the car in drive and you done passed by me, or you headed past me, and somebody say, you need to holler at him to get directions on where to go. You already know where you going. Or you got an idea, and I tell you, because I don't want you to beat me there, I tell you, hey man, go left, but I know you gonna run into a wall when you go left. And then when you go left, you hit the wall and you call me, hey man, come help me.
Yeah, I ain't got to build my own restaurant now, because I can go to the cracker restaurant. All right. They're letting Black folks in. They got a separate seat, they got a separate part over here where Black folks can eat now.
So let me ask you this.
Out.
So is it safe to say, because I always hear when they holler colored bathroom, white bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
Was it conditioning that made people think that the quote unquote bathroom that was labeled white was better? Do you think that was
yeah, it was better. It was better and it was cleaner because they didn't hardly clean the the black bathroom. Hold on a minute.
All right.
Yeah, it was better. It was better. Some of the black bathroom didn't even have running water where you could wash your hand after you get through. Okay, white bathroom did always have running water.
So,
all right. Sometimes the black bathroom, the colored bathroom didn't have no toilet paper in it.
Okay. All right, check this out. Think about this. Now, you speaking of a public place, right?
Yeah.
But when you go to the crib, your bathroom if you got a bathroom, your bathroom just is clean.
But see, back then we didn't have the bathroom. We had our house.
But I'm saying wherever you had, it was clean.
Yeah.
So eventually you was gonna work your way into if it was a black person cleaning a black bathroom, don't you think the black bathroom would have just been as clean as the white bathroom?
Run that by me again now.
If it was a black person cleaning the black bathroom, don't you think it would have been just as clean?
Oh yeah, it would have been clean. And every once in a while you go in there and it would be cleaned up. But they didn't clean it every day like they clean the white bathroom.
They can't if I'm psychologically making you think I'm better than you, I could tune up your car just as well as I tune up mine. But if I'm the one doing the tuning, I'm gonna leave a certain tune at your car.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna get you to think, okay, well, I'm better than you, and my living conditions is better than yours. When really, think about this. I'm gonna show you why, and this is in history, and you mentioned it earlier. The reason why you know it really wasn't, because if it really was better, it wouldn't have been no Tulsa, Oklahoma. It wouldn't have been the Rosewoods. It wouldn't have been the Black Wall Streets. They wouldn't have came and throw bombs and all this on the people if they really was in better shape.
Mm-hmm.
So what that is doing, y'all got y'all own banks like we got our own banks. Y'all keeping y'all money circulating in the community. We got to fix this. So we got to create a narrative to get you to believe that you got to come to us. And the main problem is, I could be wrong, but as long as we keep participating in this system, and people, it's crazy. People even say the system of white supremacy, but they'll go and participate in it.
Well, sometimes you have no choice. I want you to look at something here.
Okay.
And if you can see it, this is my original. Tell me if you can see the whole document.
It says standard certificate of birth. Take it up, son. Bring it up, son. Yeah.
All right.
Standard certificate of live birth. I'm sorry.
Right. You see where it say the color of my mama, race. It say color. They put a C right there.
Hold up.
It say color, or race.
I see. It says resident of race. It got SC.
Yeah, but going down to my mom's name.
Pull it back, son. Pull it back just a little bit. Pull it back. Pull it back a little bit more. All right, let's see. Hold up. What line is it on?
Let me see. Right there where my index finger is. See now? See where my finger is?
Bring it back, son. Bring it back, son. Now come up a little bit closer where your ink. All right, stop right there. Let's see. Color of race.
Color of race. And you see there's a C there, right?
I see it. I see it for the father of the child. I'm looking where it says mother. Hold on.
Mother's down there right down where my finger is, my index finger.
All right, okay, bring it back, son, because father, look at your document. Look at the, okay, lift it up, son, because I couldn't even see. Okay, now bring it toward me. All right, stop.
See my finger is?
Yeah, that's for father of okay, I see it. I see it now.
Ain't no father, ain't nothing down there where the father at.
Yeah, go up a little bit. Go up a little bit. All right, right there. I see where it say color of race.
Yeah. And you see that's a C right there, right?
Yeah, I see it.
Right. All right. See? This birth certificate right here, it's got a lot of errors in it. But that's my original one.
Okay.
Because it was done by a housewife, and she was getting old at the time. Her name was Gladys Macon.
Okay.
All right, because Black people even couldn't give birth at the hospital. All right, so they had midwives to go out, and the child was born in the home. Okay, now everything that you see on here is in upper and lowercase. Did you notice?
Yeah, I paid that some attention.
All right, now this is the one that I've got a couple of years back, and it's different.
Yeah.
Okay. Now on this one, I'm a corporate entity, and so is my mama. All right. The corporate entity makes you your name spelled in all capital letters. That's the corporate entity that they created to take possession of you because you were born sovereign. So they had to take control over you with this. Hey, so that gives them ownership.
Hold on, let's rewind that because I'm real astute on their sovereignty. Okay, because you see once you hit keywords, my antennas go up. Okay, so you said you was born sovereign.
Yes.
But once they put your name in the system and put you on that piece of paper, you lose, and your mother signed it, you lose your sovereignty.
Yes.
So yes, why
you become a corporate entity? That's why your name now, when you get any document from the government, all right, your name is in all caps.
Because really, Bobby Collier and Roland McClendon Jr. only exists on paper.
Only exists on paper.
That's why
when you go to court.
They say on a person. Like, do you have your life? That even when they pull you over and they talking to the officer, did they have the license on the person?
Right.
They don't say did they have a license on Bobby. They say did they have a license on the person, because what they understand that the person, the physical you, is different from Bobby. Because you could change your name, but you still gonna be the same physical human.
Right. See. So you basically a corporate entity. You are the straw man, all right, that they've created, right? That all caps makes you a straw man, makes you a commercial entity, because America is a corporation and it can only deal with corporate entities.
So you mean to tell me, I'm gonna play dumb for a second. So you mean to tell me America is not a country? It's a business.
It's a business.
But I've been told, again, I'm playing dumb. I've been told my whole life, hey, America is a country.
No. Mm-mm. It's a business. It's a corporate entity. It has a CEO, which is the president. It has a secretary, which keeps the record. And it has a treasurer, somebody that be in charge of the money.
See, I knew when I watched your videos, I said, hey, we might not agree on everything, but we could have some common ground, because this is why I want to bring you on, because when I get to talking, they say, oh, young man, you still wet behind the ears. You don't know nothing. So they can't they can't not say I don't know anything when you have somebody twice my age telling you the same thing.
The same thing. That's
And
the way the system works.
They can't say you over the hill when they got somebody half your age saying the same thing.
Right.
Because what they don't want to happen, they don't want to have young and old have a meeting of the minds, and they say, hold up.
See, they took you from your mama when you were born through the birth certificate, a certificate of birth. Okay, and that certificate of birth, if you take this number, here on top of the certificate of birth, and go to direct treasure or treasure direct, and type in that number up here, that number right along there. If you type into that number, all right, if you want to check on a bond, you go to direct treasury. And I think it's direct treasury or treasury direct, one out of the two. And you type that number in, and that'll show up, that certificate will show up as a bond. All right. If you type your social security number in, it would also come up as a bond. Okay. Now, that bond, all bonds mature at least by 40 years, just depending on the type of bond it is. It pays off. All right. So your birth certificate right here is traded on the stock market as a bond. Okay.
Because you livestock. You livestock.
Yeah. They took you from your mother when you were born.
But
because
babies. Let me say this: when your mother signed your birth certificate, your mother was quote unquote agreeing to deliver you to them.
Right. And that's why they come up with a certificate of origin, all right, which give them ownership of you, the title. And then they create a birth of certificate, which is a bond, all right? See, all babies that are born now are awarded to the state. That means if you want custody, you actually got to go down there and file for custody.
And to piggyback on what you're saying, to let people know that you're not telling no lie. That's why when you don't comply with what you want, when you don't comply with what they want you to do with their child that you signed over, they come and remove the child physically from you, because once you sign, you are legally signing the will.
Right.
You signing away the will of the child. And what most people don't understand, at 18, they put the child name in the paper so it could be claimed, but nobody's astute enough to pay attention and say, let me get my sovereignty back.
Yeah. And see, nobody sees the difference between guardians and parents. See, you can be a legal guardians
and not be a parent.
Yeah. So knowledge is powerful. What you don't know can hurt you.
That's why the Bible says, my people will perish for a lack of knowledge.
Yeah, they suffer and perish. Yeah, because of the lack of knowledge.
All right, let me ask you something, because I see you got the Ankh on.
Mm-hmm.
How did you get into the Ankh?
Well, Columbia have some spiritual, some people call them voodoo doctors, some people call them root doctors, but they're educatedly, they got education, in my opinion, spiritually. Okay. They know how to go into the spirit realm. And I started wearing the Ankh after I moved to Columbia in 2015. And everywhere I go, everybody want one.
Do you know why everybody want one? Because hey, one thing I do, I study, I pay attention.
Yeah, because it represents life.
Who told you that?
That's what I was told. It represents life.
Okay, let me give you the game. Let me give you the game. And me and you, we tight. So
male,
me and
female, and child.
I'm with all that, but check this out. Hold that Ankh up like this. And I'm gonna show you something. I don't even know if you ever paid attention. Who wears Ankhs? Like now, right now, who wearing Ankhs and getting them tattooed on each other and everything?
Most black people are.
Correct. Check this out. You go on your phone and pull up a noose. Pull up the tying of a noose.
Okay.
Because what they doing, they hitting us with the okay. Look, you know how when somebody playing ball and they make this move and they come back and make another move. I'm finna show you something. And you can research it on your own. And I asked you, when did you start wearing it for a reason? The Ankh is really, if you really look at it, the Ankh was introduced to us in America through the program called Hidden Colors.
Mm-hmm.
And what Hidden Colors, I don't know if you know this, Hidden Colors is a government-funded project.
I didn't know that.
Tariq Nasheed is a government agent. I'm gonna say it here on the Deprogram Show. Tariq Nasheed is a government agent, and
I never knew that.
And everybody, see what they did was the Ankh. You know how we were sent out, and I'm gonna say sent out by wearing crosses.
The cross represents death.
That's why I say we were sent out by wearing crosses.
Okay.
Cause think about this.
But it represents life as well, but it also represents death.
Exactly. But let me ask you this. The Messiah was killed. They tell us on the cross, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Bible says that he was hung on the tree.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm getting at is the Ankh is the new cross. They programmed us to remove the cross and give us the Ankh.
Okay.
But what it is, instead of being in tune, once you in tune with your creator, you don't need an image.
Okay. Yeah, it does represent a noose. Okay.
So you see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, would you walk around with a pistol on your head? I mean, on your neck, signifying if Christ died by having a pistol blown with his brains blown out, and we follow him, will we say that the pistol represents the life of Christ?
No, that wouldn't be nice to say that.
But see, that's what they doing, man. It's propaganda. And see,
but Christianity is also propaganda when you really look at it.
Okay, check this out now. Check this out.
From a deep look now.
I ain't disagreeing with you. I ain't disagreeing with you. Now check this out. I agree. I believe in the Bible from Genesis to Revelations, and I also believe in the Bible I believe in the books of the Bible that they took out that they didn't want us to know through the Council of Nicaea. I'm familiar with all that.
Oh, so you're familiar with the Council of Nicaea?
Yeah, come on,
and the
man.
Council of Chalcedon.
Oh, yeah.
And the Council of Ephesus.
Exactly.
And the Council of Constantinople.
Listen, man.
Okay, so you know about Serapis too, huh? Okay, all right. And you know what happened in 325 AD?
Give me a little rundown.
Well, that was the beginning. That's when the Council of Nicaea started in 325 AD.
And they whole thing was, okay, check this out. The agents that's put in front of us, Dick Gregory, one of the most famous agents of our time. Dick Gregory pushes the information that King James was a flaming homosexual. King James hated women so much he killed his own mother. King James, but what Dick Gregory won't tell you is that King James was a black man. King James come through the lineage of Christ. But once white supremacy conquered the original Hebrews, they flip the image and they tell us King James is a white man. They tell us that, quote unquote, Jesus Christ, whose real name, it wasn't King James and it wasn't Jesus Christ because there was no J.
No, they wasn't using the J back then. So they didn't start using the J until what? Lord have mercy, I had that document the other day.
But see, so what they doing is we gonna flip the history all the way on you. And then we gonna keep flipping the history as you get closer to the real facts. We gonna keep flipping it. So the reason I asked that question is because Tariq Nasheed, he pushes the narrative that we only go back to Africa. They are, if you notice, and I think me and you spoke on this. Look this up, and I'm gonna get you back on the Deprogram Show, and we'll talk about it.
Okay. America
and Africa are both named after Europeans.
Yeah.
So they tell us, and we mention his name, Jesse Jackson, the one who set up Martin Luther King, which he really set up Michael King, because Martin Luther King was an agent working with another agent by the name of Jesse Jackson. But that's
right.
So
no subject.
Yeah. So Messy Jesse, as some people call him, coined the term African American. Nobody questioned it. We just ran with it. I'm an African American. I'm an African American. How are you an African and an American when the name comes from a European and your existence, your family history was here before the Europeans was here? So how are you an African American? I'm just saying.
6,000 after the past 6,000 years, you find no change, no existence of the white man after 6,000 years.
But see one of the reasons why, I'm spiritual, and I ain't saying, when I say I'm spiritual, I believe in the Holy Spirit. Like I say, I believe in the Bible, but once you look at the context of the Bible tell you that the first people had to be black, contrary to what they teach. And it also tells you, they teach us that being black was a curse, right? That's what they teach.
Yeah.
But if you get in the scripture, The scripture tell you, based on sin, you become leprosy. You develop leprosy. And leprosy states that once you're cleansed from your leprosy, that you will be white as snow.
As snow.
So guess what the real curse is, y'all? Hey, this in the Bible. Come on, man.
Leprosy.
And
yeah.
And then the guy by the name of Naaman, you can look this up. It talks about how all his descendants, all will be cursed with leprosy. And another thing they pushing on us as a people is the ancestors. I'm gonna ask you this. I like asking questions because if I'm wrong, hey, I ain't messed up with it. If my dad will be one of my ancestors, right? According to how they get out. If my father was a whore and he couldn't, why should I live and why should I observe anything other than the Most High? Because my father depended on the Most High. You depended on the Most High who gives you wisdom. Anytime we connect with anything other than our maker, it's flawed. So now they telling us, even since Hidden Colors, now you hear a lot of black people. I'm up with the ancestors, and we this and we that because they introducing this new thing because once the people who they can really study what's going on too. They know they time up, so we gonna hit you with this remix to get you further away. And ancestor worship. And the next time you go back and watch Hidden Colors, have you ever saw it?
I saw part one. It wasn't that. It wasn't that impressing to me. I just saw part one, and I gave my disc to a lady down there in the Low Country, and she never did give me my disc back, so I didn't get the chance to watch part two.
So check this out. When you get a chance, go back. Remember, I said all the agents, and I'm gonna call a few of their names. They don't want me to do it, but I'm gonna do it anyway. This is the Deprogram Show, and I'm gonna call your name. Dick Gregory is the agent. That's why he appeared on Hidden Colors. Umar Johnson, aka Jermaine Shoemaker, he's the agent. That's why he appeared on Hidden Colors. Another agent, David Banner, the real rapper, David Banner. Lavelle Crump, he's the agent. That's why he appeared on Hidden Colors. They appear on Hidden Colors to push the agenda because it's paid for by the government to get you further away from the truth. That's why when David Banner, quote unquote, when he started to appear conscious, we give you this Hidden Colors. Killer Michael Render, when he started to appear conscious, we're gonna put you with Bernie Sanders.
Killer Mike is an agent too?
Come on, man.
I was sort of getting into Killer Mike a little bit.
Me too. I'm finna give you the game. At one point, Killer Mike was my favorite rapper, and I pay attention to symbols, right?
Yeah.
Killer Mike label was at one point, it was called Grind Time Rap Game. Bang, bang, bang. That was his slogan. And his symbol was a skull and crossbones.
Okay.
Skull and Bones is a secret society, right?
Skull and Bone is a secret society. It started out of Harvard. I heard that it started out of Harvard University.
So now, guess what? We gonna get y'all black people. We gonna get y'all Killer Mike, the young educated. That's why Killer Mike. That's why they put him with Bernie Sanders as a test run. Then they put him on Netflix with Trigger Warning. Boop.
Wow.
Yeah, it is deep. Yeah.
Now, what about Miss Candace Owens? I'm just asking. I don't know, but I've listened to some of her talk too.
Blexit, right? That was her thing. Blexit, blacks exit in the Democratic Party, right? That was her whole spiel, right?
Mm-hmm.
How can you be so concerned with blacks exiting anything when you couldn't even marry a black man?
Okay. All right. I rest my case.
Hey man,
I didn't because I don't know. I mean, you educated me now to some things that I didn't know, and I appreciate it.
All right, check this out. Check this out too. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And I'm gonna show you what I mean by that. When Barack Obama became the president, we had what was called the Tea Party. You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Since Barack Obama left the office, have you heard anything about the Tea Party?
Nope.
So when Trump was in office, we're pushing Blexit. Blacks exiting the Democratic Party.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't work because Joe Biden got back in office, a Democrat. So the Blexit didn't work. So what is your excuse now? Do you hear anything about Blexit now?
No.
It didn't work. The Tea Party didn't work. It's a game. It's a remix. The Tea Party ain't nothing but a remix of the Blexit ain't nothing but a remix of the Tea Party. They just put a different face on it.
Wow. Man.
Hey man, this the Deprogram Show. I got my guy, Bobby Collier, the host of the House of Common Sense in the building. And we will be bringing y'all more shows together. And we out.